Hello and welcome to part 2 of the hedge from Friday. Today is the 20th of October 2021. I'm your host, Maurice Rothwell, and here we are resuming the hedge, which we had, the trade that we had hedged last week, and we're going to be releasing that today. So first of all, let's move over to the MetaTrader. Here we have the DAX, and we are still in that hedge from the 18th. So from Monday, in fact, and we're going to get a release on this hedge. We've got 2 minutes until the market opening, and we're going to be releasing either with 2 pending orders, a buy or a sell. These are our 3 hedge release options. So as you know, we hedge our trade once we see that there's no volatility in the market, and once we hedge our trade, it's pretty much in a pause state. So we've paused it now for the last 2 days, and now we're going to be releasing it today once we've got a chance to get into the market for the market opening. And as you can see, it's still in the same state as we left off, around 0.5% in drawdown, and we're going to be looking to see where we can get a release on this. So we've got about a minute left, just over a minute left. We was looking to be releasing it as a big number trade right here at the daily pivot. However, we're starting to withdraw from that zone. So what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be waiting for the market opening, and we're going to see exactly where the volatility is going to go. And then from there, we can get a release on a buy, sell, or the 2 pendings. So there we are, coming into the last minute now. So 45 seconds left on the clock until the market opening this morning. And we should start to get some pre-market volatility shine through. So we've already had quite a lot of movement this morning, around 40 points in the DAX. And we're going to be releasing into trade number 7. And there we go, 10 seconds left on the clock. And there's the opening. So we didn't quite get there. So where is that? At the Fibonacci here, we can look at another release once we get to around this zone here in the Fib. And we can release it on that Volabox signal from our other chart. So we've got 2 options. We're going to try and get a sell release at the big number line just here, or we're going to put a buy release just down at the bottom and mimic a Volabox hedge release. However, not a crazy amount of movement so far, 23 points just on that opening candle. And then here we come, a little bit more volatility coming through. So not a huge amount of movement so far this morning, unfortunately. However, the other 2 trades that we currently opened up before, so we've still got our open trades on the FTSE here, which we've committed to as a SwissBox. The sell line was directly on the daily pivot here. We have our first trade currently short, and the blue line is our take profit. Same here in the Dow Jones, similar story. First trade short, and we're still waiting to get a movement into the right direction for our DAX hedge release. If we can take a look at the economic calendar here, see that there's not that much more to come out. We've got a speech in 17 minutes. Not sure how much of a difference it's going to make. So good morning to Martin as well. Thank you for joining. Welcome, welcome. Few new faces. So we're currently, for the new people in the room, we're currently going through what we do as a hedge release. One of our main strategies here is the SwissBox, which we're using. It's a hedge multiplier strategy. Ultimately, it's a volatility trading tool. We have multiple chances to trade in both directions, and depending on which way the market goes in the morning at the opening, big news events is a direction that we'll ultimately trade with the help of the SwissBox here. So it's a semi-automatic trading tool which we're using. As you can see here, in sort of the FTSE market here, we've got a trap range of 9 points, and the red line and green line, these are our pending stops. So the green line is our pending buy, red line is the pending sell, and ultimately we want to catch the market in before we expect any kind of big movement. So hence market openings, big news announcements, breakout formations, resistance and supporting levels. All of these are very important factors for us when we're trading with the SwissBox. So very, very slow morning indeed. Becoming less and less hopeful that we're going to get a release on this DAX trade. It's all about patience. Once the market reaches the right point in the market, then we can get a release. First of all, we're struggling a lot to break past this first Fibonacci line here. Ultimately, we want to break down to the next level, and then this is where we're going to release it with a buy. And then take profit level will be set around here on the buy side. So what we'll do, we'll leave it until 10 past 9. If we don't get some movement to one of our release zones, we won't go through with the hedge release today. So we're coming up to the sell zone here. So good question, Kevin. So there's you've got three options here: two pendings, buy, and a sell. When you click on the hedge, so the two pendings. When we open up two pendings or release our hedge with the two pending orders, essentially what it's going to do is it's not going to open with a buy or a sell. It's going to open up the new box like a fresh box directly over the market price. Yeah. So it will be like opening and releasing like this. So you got the two pending orders waiting, and there goes the market. Let's get a sell. So there's our release. So I'm expecting a pullback from this daily pivot zone and the big number, sort of a double trouble zone there. Yeah, when we release with the two pendings, it's gonna release the market directly, or release the box directly over the top. So you've got the buy stop and then the sell stop. Depending on which way the market moves, will depend on which trade we're releasing into. Yeah. Equally, if like them, we just release with the sell, and what it's done is it's placed our seventh trade directly into the market, and then we have our take profit set instantly into the chart. So it's kind of like we're releasing the hedge with a directional trade aspect to it. So we're expecting the market to go one way, so we release it that way. Have you tried to unlock the buttons, Kevin? So let me see. It's unlocked. Okay. I'll give you a call in a moment, Kevin, and we'll go through it. How big is the hedge that you have currently? Three. Okay. Give me a few minutes and I'll give you a call and we'll have a look together and see what's going on. So a perfect example for those of you that are new to the room. Here in the Dow Jones, we was first in the sell trade. So in the box here it says 2.trade. We're in the second trade with a green arrow pointing up. That's telling us we're in the second trade and we're currently long in the market. As you can see down here, we've got one. First trade is here, second trade is there, and then we actually have trade number 3, which is waiting for us at the red line. So that's waiting there in case the market doesn't reach our blue line. If the market doesn't reach there and withdraws back, it's going to go past our box, trigger the sell, and then the blue line will jump from here to there, and that will be our new target. Equally the same down here. So over here in the FTSE, we're still in the first trade short. We've still got a euro profit there at the moment. So we're still waiting to see exactly what is going to come from the DAX market here. Possibility of us going into the next trade. So there we go into the next trade on the DAX. So you see now we've gone past that green line. Now it's triggered into the next trade. And at this point, what I would like to do is I would like to extend that take profit by a few points. Probably up to around this zone just here. And then we have a new target set. So we've probably got another, there's a lot of lines in the chart. So these dotted lines over here that we see are the previous trades from our box on Monday. And that was the hedge trade, I think. So what we're waiting to do now, we've got a Fibonacci just here. So we've got to break past that fib and continue the way up towards this blue dotted line. Once we reach that blue dotted line, it means that we're at our original take profit. And then of course there's our adjusted take profit, but we can close anywhere between here and there is perfectly fine. And there comes the market. So currently just broke past that fib, and we're waiting for it to continue its path up. So currently at the previous highs from yesterday. So we've just broke those highs from yesterday. And we're waiting for the market now to push its way up past our original take profit. Dow Jones is also coming into profit shortly. So once we reach that blue line, it will close all the trades together. So we're not too far away from that zone just yet. And a few points now. So we can see here, last high directly at that zone. We can always manually close this position if we want to by unlocking the buttons and clicking close all. And then here on the DAX, coming up as well. So on this one, I would unlock the buttons and I would just poise ourselves for a manual close. And as it pushes over, we need to wait for the spreads to, so we've got the top spread, buy price, and the sell price. We're going to need to wait for the sell price to make it hike over the top of that blue line there. Once that's completed, it should close. And there you go, jumped over, closed, and there comes DAX as well. I'm going to manually close this. And now we've closed it in with a little extra profit so far on the extension there. So 2 trades closed, amazing hedge release there in the DAX. It's 112 euros there and 65 cents. Once we're in those higher trades, that little adjustment to the take profit can make all the difference. Now that we've completed those 2 opening trades there this morning, it's quite easy for us to then go across to our VolaBox charts for those of you that have them. And then in the VolaBox charts, we're going to have a lot more signals. So you can see there's a VolaBox there available. There's a big number at the top where you can just click that. And then what we would expect from there is similar to what we saw earlier this morning. Market comes up to the big number, and then from there it starts to retrace back as that big number is technically a resistance point. Yeah. Same here in the DAX. What we've got is a VolaBox signal just there at the bottom. We've also got one there at the top with the big number. For me, I would probably take that VolaBox signal. And then what we're going to do is set that trap and wait for the market to fall back into that zone. And then what I'll do is I'll leave this one on the view at the moment. So for everyone on the YouTube channel, that's it. That's our hedge release from Monday. Thank you very much for watching. It was a great progress on that trade, and I hope it was worth your while. Please stay tuned for more.